We arrive at the Islamabad International Airport, hoping to be allowed on board a special flight operated by the government of Pakistan to ferry Afghans fleeing Kabul. And if leaving Afghanistan is proving difficult, so is getting in.
The big issue here is that while there is a stamping immigration authority here in Pakistan, there isn't one in Kabul. What does that mean? That means that once we land in Kabul, there's no one, no authority, no government authority to stamp our passports, for example.
As we head to the departure gate, we come across groups of NATO soldiers from Belgium, the Netherlands and elsewhere. Their military transport aircraft have a 30-minute window to take off because of the flood of evacuation planes arriving at Islamabad from Kabul. A quick check of the boarding pass and we're good to go. And the plane takes off with a full cabin crew, but not much else. This Pakistan International Airlines aircraft, Boeing 777, has a capacity of 329 passengers. And as you can see on this particular flight from Islamabad to Kabul, it's completely empty, almost completely empty. But on the way back from Kabul, all these seats will be completely filled up. 40 minutes after taking off, our destination comes in view. This is Kabul. Our plane lands on the military side, where landings and takeoffs are controlled by the Americans. We see a military transport vehicle with a group of evacuees taking shelter under its wings. Military transport planes, not just from NATO, but also from the Middle East, can be seen on the tarmac. This United Arab Emirates C-130 military aircraft is evacuating soldiers as well as civilians, Afghans and others, out of Kabul International Airport. It's just one of many military aircraft, not just from the UAE, but from the United States and elsewhere. The terminal comes into view, and the symbols of ousted Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. After circling the tarmac and all forms of aircraft, both active and abandoned, for 5 hours after landing, we finally stop.
Hey, send them down, I'm gonna take them.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you.
We are led down the stairs by a young US serviceman. Once down, we see a line of Afghan evacuees, employees of the World Bank and their families making their way to the aircraft. As we drag our equipment, we step on spent bullet shells littered on the tarmac. We are then handed over to what remains of the Afghan military, and they escort us past empty immigration counters at the arrival section of the airport. A few minutes later, we step outside, where we are greeted by this sign. We are then pointed towards a fence, beyond which the Taliban is in control. As we drive out of Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport, what we couldn't see from above on our plane comes into full view on the ground. Ali Mustafa, TRT World, in Kabul, Afghanistan.